What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/AmITheButthole. Alright, this story's called, Am I the Butthole for Telling My Mother That My Husband Is Not Her Replacement Son? My parents have two kids, me, female 26, and my brother, Dan, male 24. Dan had a rough time growing up, and frankly, my parents failed him. As a teenager, he struggled with severe addiction and mental illness, and they did almost nothing to help him. By the time he was done with college, he had completely cut off my parents. To this day, Dan and my parents are still estranged. I, on the other hand, still speak to my brother regularly. My parents, especially my mom, take every chance they can get to mourn the loss of their son and act as though my brother wronged them by leaving. Dan has told me he wouldn't mind reconnecting with them, but only if they reach out and apologize first. I've encouraged my parents to do this, but they insist that he betrayed them. I got married early last year to my husband, Jeff. We have a happy marriage, and he is adored by all my friends and family. But I feel like my parents have been crossing some boundaries. For example, whenever we've gone to visit them, they insist that he sleep in Dan's room, saying that their son, my husband, has come home and he should sleep in his rightful bedroom. Before the pandemic, my dad would take Jeff out to sporting events and introduce him as his only son. Yikes. Most of the pictures of my brother in my childhood home have been replaced by pictures of my parents with Jeff. The other day, my mom called to invite me and Jeff over for the holidays. I told her I wasn't comfortable traveling during a Brovid spike. She was irritated but dropped it. Then she called Jeff and begged him to visit without me because apparently it's cruel for a mother to be without her child on Christmas. Jeff politely told her he wasn't going to visit without me. She's been emotionally blackmailing him ever since, sending him pictures of stockings with his, my mom's, and my dad's names on them and saying, "But we already promised so-and-so that our son will be in town." This felt ridiculous and unsettling, so I called her up yesterday and explained to her that she's violating our boundaries. Jeff is not her replacement son, and no matter how much she pretends she doesn't have an actual son, she does, and it is her responsibility to make up for the damage she did to that relationship before it's too late. She started crying and called me cruel for mentioning Dan and said I have no idea what it's like to be a mother and it's disgusting that I'm trying to deprive her of a son when she has already lost one by keeping Jeff away from her. My father agrees with my mother and Jeff agrees with me, though he doesn't like to rock the boat and thinks I should apologize anyway. I thought I did the right thing, but now I'm really not sure if I went too far. Am I the butthole? Edit. Thank you all for the support and advice. I appreciate it so much. I haven't been able to sleep, so I've been reading every comment. I don't know if I have the energy to post in Just No Mother-in-Law yet, but I'm reading a lot of what's posted there and already feel less alone. My tentative plan is to arrange for me and Jeff to get individual therapy and maybe couples therapy later on. We're going no contact with my parents for a while. I'm also planning to invite Dan to stay with us over the holidays. I have a lot to make up for, and I want to spend as much time as I can with him and let him know he's loved. Edit 2. Also, in response to the people pointing out the gross, incestuous implications behind this with the way my parents talk about me and my husband, most people who didn't know me growing up assume that I'm their daughter-in-law and Jeff is their son until one of us corrects them. Okay, y'all didn't need to make it freaking weird. That's a weird situation. The parents are definitely in the wrong here. They're being weird, and god dang, they just need to reach out and make up with their son already, because yikes. Alright, and here's update! Am I the butthole for telling my mother that my husband is not her replacement son? Hi! I posted several weeks ago about a situation in which I felt my parents were trying to replace my brother, Dan, with my husband, Jeff. I want to first express my gratitude for everyone who commented and messaged me. I was raised in an unhealthy environment, and as such, I was very out of touch with what normal family dynamics and boundaries look like. The support, the resource recommendations, and the respectful criticisms have all been invaluable to me as I've begun to confront what I've avoided for a long time. People have messaged me asking for an update. Well, I'm happy to share good news. My husband and I went no contact with my parents, as many of you suggested. We have also both started going to therapy. We have only had 3 sessions each, but I can definitely say it has been a total relief to process things that I have been bottling up my entire life. I already feel like I can understand myself and the cluster love I grew up in significantly better. Kinda kicking myself for not trying it sooner. Jeff has felt the same way with his sessions from what he's told me. Under professional advisement, we are holding off on couples therapy until we do a few more individual sessions, but we hope to start in the near future. Now for the main good news. My brother Dan is spending the holidays with us. After taking health precautions, he drove up last week and is staying with us past New Year's. Having Dan around has been incredibly special for me and Jeff. Dan and I have been making up for so much lost time, and I've never seen him smile so much, and it warms my heart. I did tell him about the situation with our parents and Jeff before he came. It was hard to hear, but Dan has a really strong support system and seems to be processing it in a healthy way. He's coming up on 7 years sober now. I was finally able to apologize to him for not stepping up as a better sister earlier in his life and enabling our parents' abuse. He said he doesn't blame me, but I still want to show him through my actions that I will always be there. My parents have been pretty much losing their crap this entire time, especially when they found out Dan is with us. As a people pleaser, I'm proud of myself for being firm and maintaining my boundaries. Right now, my heart is filled with more love and joy than it has been in a long time. I know life won't always be like this, but my brother is safe and healthy and happy and knows he is loved, and that is everything to me. I am sincerely appreciating what I have. Anyway, happy holidays, everyone. Thank you again for your help. Much love to all of you. Edit! Wow, all of your comments and messages have had me happy crying all day. I did not expect such an outpouring of love and support, and it is making an already beautiful holiday season even better. The compassion you all have shown us means so much more to me than I can even say. And thank you for all of the awards. I've been showing Dan all of the comments congratulating him on his sobriety, and he wants to say a heartfelt thank you. Emotions are running high in our house today. This Christmas Eve is one for the ages. That's an amazing ending, and I'm so glad everyone's, working on getting better. And, happiness is in their future and present, which is great. Big old gift. Christmas present. Because it's Christmas right now. It's funny. It works. Alright, this story's called Am I the Butthole for Not Wanting to Get a Job? The title sounds bad, I know, but please, wise people of Reddit, just hear me out. Also, English is not my first language, so sorry for any mistakes. My boyfriend, 29 male, and I, 27 female, have been together for 3 years now, and we decided that it was time to live together. Some background information. He is an engineer working for a big company in my country, and I'm a writer. I also own 2 apartments in a very popular and nice area in the city where we live that I rent for extra income. They belong to my grandparents, and as the only grandchild, I inherited them when they died. Even though the pandemic hit my country hard, I did not experience any difficulties because my tenants have kept paying me rent. Therefore, my income hasn't changed at all. I'm not a millionaire by any means, but I can live comfortably just renting my properties. On to the main issue. We decided that I would move to my boyfriend's flat as it is bigger than the one I currently live in, and we agreed that we would go 50-50 on everything: rent, utilities, groceries, etc. I would do more household chores than him since I work from home, but I had no problem with this. However, my boyfriend is now saying that I should look for a real job because it would be unfair that you stay home all day doing nothing while I work. I'm currently working with my editor to finish the first novel in my series, which will consist of 3 books. So it's not like I do nothing all day. I refuse to do so because 1, I have a real job and an extra source of income, and 2, I can pay my share of the living costs without any problem. He insists that I'm being unreasonable. Am I the butthole? No. Your boy is just jealous. That is literally all it is. Like, the only reason he wants you to get a job is so that it's more fair, but it's not like it's unfair. You've just got to different arrangement than him. Like, what? Alright, this story's called Update! Am I the butthole for not wanting to get a job? So I posted this some days ago, and a lot of things have happened since then. Of course, I sat down with my boyfriend to talk about his sudden change of attitude towards my job as a writer, and I told him that it was very disrespectful to tell me that I have to get a real job when I already have one. I told him that I was considering ending the relationship too because of that. However, I also asked him if there was something that he wasn't telling me because this behavior was not normal at all. At first, he doubled down on saying that there was nothing that he wasn't telling me, but after insisting a bit more, he admitted that he was jealous of me. Ew! He said that he hates his job. This was quite a surprise, not gonna lie, and he resents seeing me so happy and fulfilled with mine. The fact that I have another source of income only makes his jealousy worse because I'm pretty independent and can stop working whenever I want. His words, not mine. However, he said that he was willing to let me continue writing if I also work somewhere else to make things fair. I was flabbergasted. I love this word, to say the least. So yeah, I broke up with him. It hurts, but I'll live. Maybe this will give me ideas for another novel. Okay, Taylor Swift. Thank you for all your advice and kind words. They have been really helpful. Edit. Holy crap, I was not expecting that my update would blow up like this. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for the awards. I honestly don't know how they work, but oh well. I'll try and answer to everyone who took their time to comment. It's the least you deserve. Edit 2. I know I said that I was going to answer to everyone who commented, but I'm honestly so overwhelmed with all your responses that my writing brain cannot handle everything. Ironic, I know. I just want everyone to know that I'm reading every single one of your comments and upvoting everyone. Again, thank you so much for reading. Edit 3. Guys, seriously, you have no idea how your amazing comments are making me feel right now. I'm sad, yes, but also overwhelmed with all these lovely messages. I honestly thought that this was not going to attract any attention, but boy was I wrong. I hope I can make another post very soon telling you that I published my novel. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I hope all you lovely Redditors have an amazing Christmas, and I wish you all the best. Yikes. What a stupid way for a relationship to end. Like, that is the dumbest hill to die on. I'm referring to the boyfriend, by the way. Like, that's so immature. Like, he admitted that he was jealous, but he's still freaking stuck to his guns? What is this nonsense, man? Like, I would think it's so badass that my freaking girlfriend has passive income. Like, that is so good. And the fact that she's not just lazing about and she's actually working on publishing a book. Like, what is the problem, man? Alright, this story's called Am I the Butthole for Telling My Grandma That I Didn't Like the Dress She Got Me? I, 15 female, just got a dress for my grandma. She said she felt I'd want another dress since I don't own any. It's one of those dresses that have a lot of fluff, puffy shoulders, a bow in the back, and it was a beautiful red-white combination. You know, a church dress. I told her that I really appreciated the dress, but that it wasn't really my style. She understood and said she should have asked me before she got me something because she wasn't sure. I told her it was okay and I'd wear the dress at my Christmas chorus performance because of the color scheme. She said she appreciated the fact that I said I'd even wear it. Apparently, one of my cousins, 16 female, threw a fit over the dress she got, so that made my grandma cautious of giving me my dress. My mom said I should have said I loved it anyways. I told her that I didn't want to lie to my grandmother and that it was disrespectful. She yelled at me and said that I was disrespecting her by not doing what she said. Now I feel bad for telling my grandma how I felt about the dress. Am I the butthole for telling my grandma the truth, or should I have lied? Well, in cases like this, you're never the butthole for telling the truth. You were honest and you were kind. It's not like you flipped out at her or anything like your cousin did. You just were honest and you said you'd still wear it. It's not like you think the dress is hideous even. You like the dress, but it's just not your thing. That's okay. Your mom cray-cray. I'm sorry. This story's called Update! Am I the butthole for telling my grandma that I didn't like the dress she got me? I've taken all your advice and have sent my grandma the pictures of me in the dress after my performance, which went well. She said that she was happy to see me in it and she enjoyed the video of my performance. I also ended up liking the dress once I actually put it on. It has a nice vintage vibe to it that I love. As for my mom, she's still upset that I didn't lie, but that's on her. Christmas is in 2 days and I'm planning on sending my grandma some some copies of my baby pictures as a thank you for the dress. I really appreciate all of your supportive comments and advice for this problem. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year's. Good riddance to 2020. You could say that again. Good riddance to 2020. You could say that again. Good. I'm done. OP, you handled that so well. Super mature. Your mom should learn from you. Alright, this story's called Am I the Butthole for Uninviting My Sister to Christmas Dinner After I Found Out She Posted My Fiance's ring in a ring-shaming Facebook group? Whew. I proposed to my fiance last week. Her and my sister have always gotten along really well. Last night, my fiance began getting screenshots from random people of a post my sister had made in this group of over 110,000 people bashing my fiance's ring. We didn't even know these types of groups existed. My fiance is incredibly upset. I called my sister and told her to take it down. She apologized but said it was too late to take it down and it was all in good fun. She said that the people in these groups just do it for laughs and don't mean any harm by it. Regardless of the intent, harm was done. And now my fiance and I don't want my sister to come to our home for Christmas dinner. We live in an area with no COVID cases and lifted restrictions. Even so, it's a small dinner. Only 10, now 9 people coming. My mother is incredibly upset that I uninvited my sister. Even though she thinks what my sister did was wrong, she thinks since my sister apologized and since she's always had a dark sense of humor, we should accept her apology and not upset my grandparents by not having all their grandchildren there. I think once I explain to them why having my sister there will upset my fiance, they will understand. Am I the butthole? Okay. If anyone's a butthole, it's not you. You're not being a butthole. Because your sister was being a meanie head, and she doesn't, I don't know, from the sound of it, she doesn't see why what she did was wrong. She's just apologized to get it over with. But I say give her a chance to sincerely apologize and have the sister and her make up, sister and fiance make up, and everyone's best buddies. Everyone has a good Christmas. Everyone gets drunk, and some funny uncle guy does something weird and funny, and they make fun of him for the next 20 years.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.